Hi, I'm Marek D'Amato.
And I am largely incandescent.
Grossly incandescent.
Grossly incandescent, whatever. Largely, grossly. Praise the fucking sun.
And welcome back to MindBreakers.
Welcome to Dark Souls.
This isn't Dark Souls.
This is exactly Dark Souls.
But I do have to say, the movies we're watching, they need to be better movies. So we're going to bring up our wheel in... I said we're going to bring up our wheel in 3, 2, 1. Here's the wheel. Now I'm going to give it a spinny spin.
Happy New Year.
And our movie is... The Keep.
The Keep.
Hell yes.
So what's The Keep?
The Keep is... Nazis are forced to turn to a Jewish historian for help in battling the ancient demon they have inadvertently freed from its prison.
Wow.
Nazis.
This sounds fun.
Guess who stars in this?
Indiana Jones?
Better.
Who stars in it?
Why'd you ask questions which you already know the answer?
Oh, no. It's not.
It's Ian Mckellen.
Oh, God. So...
Let's do this.
Wonderful.
What is this place?
No one knows for sure.
This place was not built to keep anything out. This place was built to keep something in.
You must not stay here.
Something has been released. Something.
Did you find what you were looking for? Did you expect to find me?
What are you? Whatever kills us gets in anyway. Nothing we do, no security works.
What's happening to me?
The Keep. The Keep from Paramount Pictures.
Gentlemen, we are Nazis.
Sieg Heil! Sieg Heil!
Und we will have war.
Sieg Heil! Sieg Heil!
Und we...
Gesundheit! Gesundheit!
This movie was insane.
There's a lot of Nazi and monster fun to be had in this movie.
Lots of Nazis die.
Yes, a lot of them, very graphically.
A convoy of Nazis are going to a keep in Romania.
We've got a convoy!
Full of Nazi stuff.
Yeah. It opens up with this Nazi convoy, and these Nazi convoys are Nazi trucks because they have Nazi license plates. Because if they get pulled over by the Nazi cops,
then they have to be checked through the Nazi DMV.
Yeah, exactly. They might get Nazi fines. They could be fined in what didn't like Hitler have like some sort of like didn't he want his own like currency or something, like make his own currency?
I don't know.
I think they had like Nazi money or something. But yeah, it opens up with this convoy and it takes place in Romania.
I think it was Marx.
Marx? Probably, yeah. Yeah, it was Nazi Mars. But, yeah,
Because the Nazis really didn't like Marx, did they?
I guess not. But, yeah, it takes place in Romania, where there's this massive keep. And, the Nazis show up to take something from it.
So they show up, and the village is populated entirely by Jedi.
Essentially, they look like they have Jedi robes.
And the keep is itself kept by the keeper of the keep, who is a bearded Jedi man.
He looks like he talks like Christopher Lambert, and he basically challenges. Well, he welcomes the Nazis and then challenges their leader to Mortal Kombat.
This doesn't actually happen. He warns them about the keep. No one actually lives in the keep. And on the walls are a bunch of nickel crosses made of nickel. Well, actually, they're T's, but they're made of nickel except for one, which is silver.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, one of them says to the leader, "It's like, we should be in Russia."
And so they're securing the keep for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
Then we see this guy with purple eyes who looks like David Carradine but isn't.
Yeah, he seriously does look like David Carradine.
Who goes and stays in a cottage.
He even talks like David Carradine.
Yeah, goes and stays in a cottage in the area. And that's the last we see of him for most of the movie.
The main, the big, heavy thing, one of the first things that Lord Raiden over here tells, the Nazi leader...
don't touch the crosses.
The Nazi leader, shout out to our friend Mike, he looks exactly
like
not
yet. He comes in later.
Oh, he does? Oh, yeah, it's true, that one comes in on a tank afterwards.
Yes.
But,
we'll get to him.
Yeah, the main thing that Raiden tries to drive through to...
Is that,
to
the crosses,
leader so far,
don't touch them.
Yeah, do not touch the cross.
So
Rule number one, do not touch the crosses.
So, of course, one of the Nazis, first thing they try to do is take the cross off. It's like, but we think there's silver hidden in the walls, and his commanding officer is just smashing inside the head. You're an idiot.
Yeah.
This guy clearly knows this place. If he says don't touch the crosses, don't touch the fucking crosses.
There is
Dummkopf.
But of course there is one silver cross.
Yes.
And of course that is taken within 5 minutes.
Later that night they take it out, and the Nazis get sucked. A few Nazis get sucked through the hole.
Yeah, one of them in particular
gets
sucked into the wall, basically.
And then a glowy smoke monster comes out and basically absorbs lasers from their eyes and mouths.
Yeah, and he gets spit out eventually with covered in goo.
Yes.
Yeah, and he's one of them gets thrown against a wall. It's very clear that it's a dummy.
Yeah,
but this is one of the lesser special effects in this movie. Some of them actually look really, really good. This movie had a pretty decent budget, I'm sure, and if it didn't, then fuck, man, they did a good job with what they had.
Yeah,
this was decent. The monster later, there's a monster that shows up afterwards, and he looks actually really good. They might show it in the trailer or something.
Yeah, they might.
Yeah, it looks good.
Then Mike comes. Yeah. Riding in his tank.
Yeah.
Seriously, Mike, it looks almost exactly like you did on Halloween.
Basically, it's this little, it's this massive fucking tank with this just one, Nazi, lieutenant. Just,
with his little cap
sticking out. This little Gestapo just at the top with his arms crossed like he's fucking Vulcan Raven. It was amazing. I was just looking at this, I'm like, I wonder if Mike would appreciate this.
Mike would. I
hope he appreciates this. Mike, watch this movie if you're listening. This is great. This is just for you. This one's for you. So
they show up. They are Gestapo because they're in black, and they take over the keep.
Yeah.
They take over the village. All the Jedi.
They take over the whole village.
They execute Order 66.
Yeah, exactly.
They kill all the Jedi.
Yeah. Oh man! Oh yeah, this we mentioned the Jewish vampire guy there.
Purple eyes.
Yeah, he's
not really doing anything.
He gets these flashy red eyes,
his eyes just randomly glow at some points.
Yeah, he becomes a fucking Superman, an Ubermensch.
But he doesn't do anything with them.
Yeah, he's not. He's a Jewish Ubermensch or some sort of. I don't even know what it was.
They
doesn't explain what he is.
Nope.
At any point in this movie,
he's some kind of immortal full of green glowy.
Yeah, I'm just gonna refer to him as a Jewish vampire. It's
So that-
just easier that way.
They send for some kind of professor
Mm-hmm.
of something
Mm-hmm.
who's Jewish, and
Yeah.
it's Ian Mckellen.
Yeah.
And even in the 80s, he was old.
Mm-hmm.
He's in a wheelchair, he has some kind of skin disease.
Mm-hmm.
So they bring he and his daughter over. I think the priest brings them over,
Yeah.
who looks like Rasputin.
Yeah. And most of this movie, he's in a wheelchair, actually.
Yes.
And I kind of want to, like, this makes me think that, like, I want to see him and Patrick Stewart in a wheelchair race.
Yes.
I would pay
That would
good
be
money to
funny.
see this. Come,
I'm
Charles,
catching up,
let us-
I will race you, Charles!
I'll race you, Charles! Let's get back to Genosha, Charles!
So they get to they're brought to he and his daughter are brought to the keep.
Yeah.
A bunch of the Nazis want to rape his daughter
Oh, yeah, that part. That was...
because their bunks are close to where the Nazis are billeted.
yeah, because they're evil.
And
because
then-
they're Nazis.
When a few of the Nazis are trying to rape her, the sklowy-eyed smoke monster comes back,
Yes,
and she's scared of it, so she falls unconscious.
and it ends up killing the two Nazi rapists.
Yes, and then it brings her back to where she's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
And then it talks to the professor,
Mhm.
heals him so he can walk and is young.
Yeah. Oh, when they brought in when they bring in Sir Ian Mckellen, they basically bring him in to translate some things that are written on the walls of the keep,
The runes.
and basically translates to speak friend and enter.
Yes.
It doesn't actually.
Well, clearly, if you're friends, speak the password to open the door.
And yeah, the evil smoke saves her by blowing up one of their heads.
Yes, it's great.
Yeah, and then the Dahaka shows up.
The Dahaka?
From Prince of Persia, man. It looks like the Dahaka.
He has a finger, a red skeleton hand made of lightning,
Yeah.
and he, as we said, cures Ian Mckellen. Then he leaves,
Mm-hmm.
so Ian Mckellen can walk around now.
Mm-hmm.
So he has his daughter leave.
Mm-hmm.
But she goes and stays with Mr. Purple-Eye David Carradine,
Mm-hmm.
Jewish vampire guy,
Yeah.
and then they have sex.
Yeah. I'm at which point I was like, wait, why exactly are they having sex? And Merrick's response to this was because the Nazi rapists.
Yeah, I guess.
Which is my favorite response to any question ever.
You're welcome.
I want this on a t-shirt.
Because the
Nazi rapists. So, basically, this healing powers, like, that the monster gave Sir Ian Mckellen, basically turns him into Benjamin Button.
Yes.
It, like, essentially starts to, like,
there's some
reverse his aging.
So we see the monster guy again.
Yeah.
There's no smoke anymore. He's like muscled and bones. He
Yeah.
looks like Lord Zed with a skull face. He's really fucking cool looking at this point.
He looks like Skeletor and, like, the Hulk, basically, were covered in licorice.
It's like if you fused Lord Zed and Skeletor.
Yeah, with, like, the Nemesis from, like, Resident
Oh, he looks like a
Evil.
tyrant
Yeah.
from Resident Evil.
Yeah. Stars. He's fucking... He's awesome.
So, some not really important stuff. We find out that this thing is evil.
Yeah, and the priest starts screaming.
Oh, he says that in 2 days I will be fully regenerated, and then you will take the talisman out so I can kill Hitler. Basically, he's gonna send the demon to kill Hitler. Which,
yeah,
I'm sorry, I wanted to see.
Yeah, this monster's main goal was essentially to stop World War II.
And apparently he's evil.
Yeah. And it's like, oh, he's the evil one? He wants to finish off the Nazis! It's like, this is a good thing.
It's a good thing.
It's a good thing. It's a
So,
really good thing.
The guy says that I must kill the thing in the keep, and when it dies, I die, and I'm an immortal, and I've been here for ages, and I have this box, but I'm not going to tell you what's in the box yet. And you must keep the talisman from leaving, or he'll be free to spread his power through the world, and all this irrelevant shit.
Mm-hmm. And then the monster leaves for a while. And then the priest goes to see
Then the monster,
Mr. McKellen.
Yes, and some argument, and then he finds out he can walk. So he's like, "You are a bastard!"
Sir Ian McKellen gets out of his wheelchair and like walks towards the priest, and the priest is like, "Heathen, monster, unholy, unclean. Like God's wrath will be against you, evil demon."
And then the daughter goes and hides in the church for a bit.
Yeah.
And then the monster fully regenerates. He's grey with glowing
Oh
eyes.
yeah,
and
which brings us to Mein Führer! I can walk!
Then Mike kills a previous commander with a gun.
Oh yeah. that was
the monster kills all the Nazis.
Yep.
It's like, now, Ian Mckellen, you must take the talisman out of the keep.
Most of these death scenes equate to basically what happens in Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yes, but it's doing it on its own. Heads
Yeah.
exploding and
Essentially, it's like sucking out its souls.
no face meltings.
No face. We've gotten a head explosion so far, so like it's not that bad. so far, this movie's great.
Yeah.
So
Ian McKellen's running through caves and mountains in the keep, and he's holding the talisman and it's making the other crosses light up.
Yeah.
The Jewish vampire gets shot with machine guns.
Yeah.
And green glowing blood comes out of him.
Oh, we forgot to mention, Sir Ian McKellen basically, like, tells his daughter.
Yeah.
His daughter is, like, kind of playing, like, a sort of significant part in this. Like, she's trying to figure out also what's going on. But, he tells her to basically leave, and she's like, no, I don't want to leave. He's like, no, you gotta leave, you gotta find you have to find a man or something.
Yes.
And, like, you have to, like, have kids and, like, get out of here, you know?
Have a life.
Which is kind of why she ended up having sex with the guy, I guess. But still, like, she didn't know this guy for like, she didn't know anything about this fucker, and he just kind of shows up.
We only know his name from the credits. No, we only know his name from IMDb.
Yeah, basically,
it's Glaric or something.
Yeah, Glaric.
Glaric, some fucking elf man.
Yeah, something like that. But basically he ends up like telling her to leave, and she ends up coming back later. But like the Nazis end up just busting in like the Spanish Inquisition.
Yes, and they kill Glaric.
Yeah,
but not really.
They shoot Glaric like does this fucking like Shinrayuken to this guy and like he fucking flies off of the bridge, and then they just shoot him and he gets like the green blood like we said. Like the green blood looks like the green goat
like
from like Troll 2.
It's like you burst a glow stick.
Or like it seriously did look like the fucking the fun dip from Troll 2.
Nah, it didn't. It was not that thick and puddingy.
It's still though like it looked. Oh my god, it was like the same sort of color at least.
So the daughter gets into the keep, finds that Ian McKellen's trying to leave with the talisman.
Yeah.
She tries to stop him. He tries to kill her.
Mm-hmm.
And then the demon challenges, like, you must take that out of here for me. It's like, if it's yours, can't you take it out? You can't tell me what to do.
Yeah.
It's like, fine. Takes his youth away.
Yeah. But, like, before this, he's, like, screaming at, like, this monster in the most badass way because, like, Sir Ian McKellen.
He's one of the greatest actors.
He's just screaming, take it! Take it!
And then Glaric is not dead, and he shows up, opens his box, and it's a stick.
Mm-hmm.
Then he plugs the talisman into the stick and shoots pink energy.
Yeah.
At all the nickel crosses.
Mm-hmm. And this basically turns into, like, a light show. This would basically...
this is where it's super music videos.
This is where, like, this is where it really starts to turn into a music video. This is where you could start playing, like, Bowie, and it would make, like, perfect sense.
No one can blame you.
Yeah.
For walking away.
Anything. You could play Starman, and it would make just as much sense.
Play Rime of the Ancient Mariner by Iron Maiden.
Yeah. And then all of the smoke from inside of the keep starts to go in, and the monster starts to like just like slowly start to
the
decay.
Priest and the remaining villagers help Ian McKellen and his daughter.
Yeah.
And then I think the keep is destroyed. And
it ends off with the closing scene is on his daughter basically looking back at the keep with her hair blowing in the wind.
Yeah.
And that's
and
the
credits,
movie, basically. Yeah.
It's a weird film.
That was a very short review.
Yeah.
That was...
Sorry these reviews are getting shorter, but Dog Soldiers in the Keep are Good movies!
Yeah, we just kind of went over, like, the highlights, really.
I'm sorry we couldn't give you another The Stuff.
Yeah.
Or Feliday. This had no Chocolate Chip Charlie.
This had no Chocolate Chip Charlie. This movie would have only gotten better with the addition of Chocolate Chip Charlie.
Oh, any film gets better with the addition. Can you imagine how great Watchmen would have been if there was a Chocolate Chip Charlie?
Oh, shit, yeah.
And it's already a great movie.
Yeah.
Like, instead of, you know how they do it, instead of the giant, they replace the giant squid with Dr. Manhattan, and they try to make people think Dr. Manhattan's killing people. No, you replace this giant squid with Chocolate Chip Charlie, and that's what the world has to unite against.
I want the fucking David Carradine looking guy to just like 5-point palm exploding hard technique Chocolate Chip Charlie for the ending of this movie.
But if you 5-point exploding hard technique, if you use that on Chocolate Chip Charlie, you get the clubberfuck.
Oh no! Wait, maybe that's why Sir Ian Mckellen was like dying in a wheelchair because he got 5-point palm exploding hard technique by David Carradine.
No, because he met the clubberfuck.
Because he met the clubberfuck. He was saving his last few steps so he could fight the clubberfuck.
So, do you have some last thoughts on this movie?
I got a couple like small little closing things. Like it was honestly amazingly directed, really good acting.
Amazing effects too.
Yeah,
especially the monster.
Yeah, the dialogue is it's very dialogue heavy.
Yes,
but the dialogue's really well written. From like
there is a subplot with one of the Nazi commanders not really being into the whole Nazism thing anymore.
Yeah, he ends up like trying to eventually like
there is a subplot with the Nazis that's very, if you've read The Moon also, The Moon is Down by Steinbeck, kind of like that. That was going on. I mean, we didn't talk about it because it's not as interesting as the monster and the talismans and the Ian Mckellen shouting and things.
Yeah.
And it's hard to explain. It's just good. Check it out for yourself kind of thing.
Yeah, honestly, this is the type of movie, like, if you're interested in, like, World War II sort of stuff.
Not historically accurate, I will say that.
Yeah, it's definitely not historically accurate, but if you're interested in, like, that whole sort of setting, along with, like, occult sort of monster stuff also. I'm pretty sure that's why Hitler sent them over there, was like because he's like, there's occult things in this keep.
You must take it. Yeah, those exactly. Are Nazis.
See, Kyle.
We should stop saying "See, Kyle."
We've said a lot worse on this show.
This is true.
Some of the things I think at one point in the 30th episode, I think I ended up saying, like, just kill the woman. Or, like, I suggested a woman die, and I'm pretty sure at some point in that review.
Yeah, but it was probably a zombie, so...
I don't remember exactly, but oh, no.
We made a lot of racist jokes against...
No, I remember specifically screaming, "Fuck you, Mom," in that review.
I know we made a lot of racist jokes against the Spanish. But it was okay, because we had Nelson.
Because Nelson was there, so it was fine.
And he was making most of them.
Very true. Also, we made fun of yayas and nonas everywhere.
But lovingly made fun of them.
But lovingly, yes, because we adore nonas. Rip nona, rip yaya.
Is yaya Greek one?
Yaya is the Greek one, yes.
Babushka's Russian.
Babushka is Russian. I think is it also German?
No.
I don't know. But
something angry sounding. Probably.
Isn't everything in German?
Yes. What do you give this movie?
Oh my lord. Okay. I'm gonna give this a total of 10 Nazi license plates.
Okay.
Out of a total of I'm gonna give it 20 Jewish vampire men killing monsters with the staff of Ra.
Okay.
And and 30 Sir Ian McKellens in wheelchairs.
Your scores are making less and less sense. I'm gonna give it.
I could add another thing to it, but
I'm gonna give it 15 nickel crosses.
Okay.
Out of 20 big gray, silver, glowy monster men in various stages of recomposition.
That is wonderful.
So
wait, wasn't there a ship at some point in this movie? For some reason,
Yeah,
they
they
were on
sailed
like a
over-
little ship at some point.
yeah, they sailed over from wherever they were.
Yeah, they sailed over from Wind Waker.
Yeah, they were made. There was a joke about a joke Ian Mckellen made. Well, not a joke, but it's a joke now. Sadly, where he's talking about you. Because the goal that the deal the Nazis make with him is, hey, you're going to do this, or you're Jewish, so we'll send you to a concentration camp if you don't. So it's like those places have only one entrance and one exit. The exit's a chimney.
Oh yeah,
It's like,
I forgot about that line. I wrote it down. I forgot.
That's become a Holocaust joke now.
I forgot about that. I was like, Christ, that's dark.
Yes, yes, it is.
I forgot about that part. I forgot about that line.
Never forget.
Never forget about the exit being the chimney.
Reverse Santa Claus.
Oh no.
Anyway, I think we've said enough. I've been Merrick D'Amato.
And I've been an evil, evil man.
Ciao.
Bye.